We have a cruise stage step about to happen.
For all of EDL, so we will have their coverage. Things are looking good for them, and they're looking good for us. We're about 1 minute to cruise stage separation.
We're seeing the transition to tones now. The system should be configured shortly. And we're seeing carrier only.
The vehicle's changing to tones at this time. So we're switching from telemetry, we lost telemetry, and we're going to move to just tones.
For EDA acquisition. And we're seeing heartbeat.
We are receiving heartbeat tones.
Cruise stage separation. In about 1 minute, Curiosity's EDL software will wake up and begin final preparations for entry. The first action it'll take is to fire some warm-up pulses to get the entry RCS thrusters going. The pulses will ensure the spacecraft will get the thrust that we want when it's counting on it.
We did see the heartbeat signal drop low for a second as the signal passed by the donut of the cruise stage.
We are seeing RCS warm-up.
Flight, this is enough.
Nah, flight, go ahead.
Could you check with the ACE whether we should be seeing one-way data from the station?
Ace, did you copy?
Curiosity is reporting that it is spinning down and turning to entry.
Flight HS, we've been one way for a while now.
Roger that.
But currently we're just seeing the tones, obviously.
Roger.
Vehicle's reporting that it has completed its turn to entry and spin down, and it has separated the cruise balance mass devices. At this time, the vehicle's just sending heartbeat tones, just as we expect. It should be quiet for the next several minutes, hopefully. We are about 7 minutes to entry. At this time, Mars is actually pulling Curiosity in, and we're speeding up. We should be traveling around 5.4 kilometers per second on our way to about 5.9.
So, Rob, what are your thoughts at this point?
Well, I'm very
Variation
excited.
in the pattern, antenna pattern is reflected in the variation in the signal.
This is the part that really is entry. This is where we're getting to the top of the atmosphere. The great thing is that the propulsion system's shown to be working. We're turning the vehicle. It looks like the vehicle is going to be doing its entry job very well, and I'm very excited about that. Everything is going very well.
Right.
So make sure everyone keeps their eyes on the television, because we might actually get some pictures if all goes well. And we might be murky and covered with dust when we first land, but we might get some pictures today.
Wow. At landing.
Just a few minutes after landing.
Excellent. Okay, we're standing by.
Thank you.
We're just under 6 minutes to entry. We're continuing to wait for entry interface. The spacecraft is continuing to send heartbeat tones, telling us that everything is okay and there's nothing significant to report. This is as expected. It should be quiet for a little while, at least. We're now 5 minutes to entry. Continuing to receive heartbeat tones. Everything is good. At this time, Curiosity should be up to about 5.5 kilometers per second.
So what's taking place now?
So right now the vehicle is flying through space. It's actually in deep space still. In fact, not until after we hit the entry point will we actually begin to feel the force of the atmosphere gradually building on that heat shield. So really it's still a spacecraft. It hasn't actually become an aircraft. But we've checked out its rockets. It's actually used to turn the vehicle. It's turned to the right attitude. And that means it's ready to go. And as soon as we start feeling the atmosphere, it'll start doing its role to get to the turn. As part of the guidance that it does. It starts off with a right bank, and eventually will make a left bank, and then make another right bank as it makes its way to the landing site.
So it's a capsule right now.
It's a
headed
capsule. It's just a bare capsule, nothing looking out. Just the radios is the only thing that's sticking out, and that's what we're getting. We're getting tones from that vehicle right this second.
Okay.
Now we're not getting Odyssey data yet. That doesn't happen until a little while later.
After parachute.
Actually, just after entry, about the before parachute, just before parachute opens up.
Okay.
EDL phase dynamics.
Did that work out?
Go ahead, Dynamics.
Just FYI, OD227 run out looks like missed distance of 232 meters. Over.
232 meters.
That's correct. Less than the divert.
Roger. We can expect a brief signal dropout when we switch to the TLJ.
We're at 3 minutes to entry. At this time, MRO should begin picking us up. But remember, we won't get that data for a while. It's got to store it and then send it back down here for us to decode. We're still seeing heartbeat tones. Everything looks good. Spacecraft should be up to 5.6 kilometers per second.
See that? No.
2 minutes to entry.
The EDL team is reporting that the latest runouts, which is using the latest nav, our best guess of where we are, show us that the best guess of our landing target location is about 232 meters from the landing target. So looking good so far. We're continuing to receive heartbeat tones. Everything looks good. We're about 90 seconds from entry.
Flight Dynamics, EDL phase.
Go ahead, phase.
That last solution was with 227 or OD228?
That is OD227.
Thank you. You guys have now OD228 in your possession?
There will be no 228 for us, phase.
That's just fine because the difference is
1 minute to entry.
within spitting distance.
Affirmative.
The vehicle will switch antennas shortly. We'll have a short dropout when that occurs in the tones. It's switching to a tilted antenna that will be used through entry.